Hello again and welcome back. Okay, often in a particular photograph there may be a color or range of colors that we want to have some effect on. We'll use this photograph here of Sedona, Arizona to show you how we can select a particular color range and then make adjustments to that color range selection. To start off with, you'll need to select usually the background layer to start off with. We'll show you later on what happens if you select a different layer that has a layer mask. So make your selection of the background. Come up here to select, click on it, and then run down to color range and click there, and that'll bring up this dialog box. Notice that the eyedropper is selected, and we'll want to make sure that it is. That then allows you to come out into the image. Let's roll in with the scroll wheel here, scroll forward to enlarge. Allows you to come into the image and take samples in the image. And as we take samples, notice this little masking area here showing you what's being selected. Right now I'm not happy with my green color in here. I'd like to make it a little more green. Often the case with my camera, my greens don't come out exactly the way they should. So I'll start off with one green and then add to that selection by choosing some of these other pixels around it. Incidentally, if you right click now out in the image, you will be able to change how you're sampling. Since I've zoomed in so tight, point sample is just fine. Sometimes I like a 3x3 average, sometimes a point sample. Looks like I've added enough various colors here to the selection to be about right. If I wanted to change how it blends to the neighboring colors, I can adjust the fuzziness. I find that 40 to 50 usually works out to be about the right fuzziness. We'll put 45 in here, then click OK. Notice we have marching ants, and we've made an amazing selection, one that would be impossible to draw by hand. I'm going to go ahead and click up here to fit screen. And now we can call up any of these adjustment layers here with a built-in mask selection. So what does that mean? So let's go ahead and call up the curves adjustment layer. And notice on this curves adjustment layer down here, we have this incredibly complex looking mask. Let's go ahead and click on it to reveal it up here. That is quite a complex mask. Again, the white areas is where whatever the effect is that we're going to apply on this adjustment layer, that's where it's going to apply, and in the black area it will not apply at all, and in the gray areas there will be some amount of the effect. Let's alt click on it again to get us back to our normal view, and then as we can see here, we can just tug around here, creating an effect on that color that we selected. This is not perhaps what I might like to do, so I'm going to go ahead and hold the Control and Alt key down, back up once, hit Z again, back up again. And really what I would like to do here is make this color just a little less yellow, a little more green. I'm going to do that with the color balance tool, color balance adjustment layer that is. And I'm going to run my magenta green a little bit towards the magenta, and my yellow blue a little bit to my blue, maybe a little bit towards the cyan. And again, I can choose that on either shadows, highlights, or midtones. We're going to make some pretty big changes here so you can see them in your view. Obviously not necessarily going to be the kind of changes I might really make in an image. We can toggle this on and off. Wow, huge difference. As a matter of fact, that's too much of a difference. So now I can take the opacity of the layer here and drag that to the left to reduce the opacity, so I can, there we go, make that a much more of a realistic looking change. I'll toggle that eyeball back on. Okay, so that is how you use select, color range to create a very complex mask. You should note that right here we do have a hue and saturation layer. Let's go ahead and click on it, where we bump the saturation up just a little bit. We'll toggle it on and off for you. Then there is just a white mask here, so the effect is being applied everywhere. If we select this layer, then come up to select, come down to color range. As we click around here, I want you to notice that we are now affecting the mask of this layer. We click OK, and now we've actually affected the mask of that layer using select color range. So in summation, we have now shown you in this lesson how to use select, then color range to create a complex mask based basically on color, the colors that are available in an image. See you next time.